Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Chazon Ish, EMUNAH and Bitochen, and we started the third chapter called Musar v'Halacha, where the Chazon Ish is going to deal with the sometimes contradiction between the world of Musar, where one's ethics and midos tell him one thing, but halachically, what the Torah is telling you is something else. And we have to see that sometimes the emotions and the ethics and the world of Musar could actually get in the way of what is halacha, and therefore a person has to have a lot of clarity in these areas to know what is the right thing to do, what is the wrong thing to do, what is justified and what is unjustified in the decision that one makes. And so he begins to explain Ketzad, for example. In the Gemara Bava Basra, it says over the following statement, and that is the melamdei tinoikos ein tana shel pasakti lachayusi. When it comes to those who are teaching children Torah, there's no claim that a person could have that says you're infringing on my livelihood, which means that even though that it could be in other cases. If I have a business, let's say that I'm selling cars, and you decide to move into town, and right next to me you open up a business that's selling cars, I could claim that you are infringing on my livelihood, on my business. You have no right to do such a thing. Let's just say that you could make that kind of a claim. However, when it comes to malamdei tinoikos, when it comes to teaching children Torah, if there's one school in the neighborhood and somebody else wants to open up another school, there's a Rebbe who teaches young children and another Rebbe comes in and wants to teach young children, so the first one cannot say, hey, what are you doing? You're infringing on my livelihood. There are teachers that are teaching Torah in town that are earning livelihood from their work by teaching the children. And sometimes, suddenly, sometimes even without any warning, teachers come from another city and they want to now come and teach children as well. And human nature is that the people that live in this town, they decide, we never really liked those old teachers anyway. That school, outdated. We don't see the kids are steiging away. So you know what? We're very happy with the new Rebbeim that are coming into town. And now the people in the town, they jump on, so to speak, they grab the new teachers that have just come to town, and the original teachers, they now incur a loss. Why? Because they're no longer teaching as many kids as they used to teach. So you have a case, says the Chazon Ish, he's telling you a case, the halacha l'maisa, where you have teachers that are already in one town, and they're teaching the kids very happily. And new people roll into town, and they also want to teach children, and they, with their charisma and their newness, they end up attracting the minds and the hearts of the parents, and they say, you know what, let's give a try to the new teachers, and they abandon the old ones, and now the old ones have no money. Hamikupachim pashtus sinasam belibam. Those original teachers that are now deprived of their livelihood, they begin to hate belibam in their hearts. On the new pursuers, those new teachers that are coming in and seem to be pursuing them because they're coming after them by opening up their own school. And because of their hatred that they have in their hearts, they end up finding ta'anos, problems, mumim, faults, valilos, and false accusations that they make on these new teachers. And they teach themselves to speak bad about them. And they go from one evil to the next. They spread false rumors. And they try to arouse the mercy of the people that live in town against the cruel newcomers who have come to take away their business, until they had quarrels and fights. And there are times they even take revenge when they can find an opportunity. Says the Chazon Ish, what a disaster. Now their feelings are valid, and their emotional world is understood. But there's something called halacha, and as the Chazon Ish will explain, Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow, halacha dictates you have to live on a higher plane of existence, live in a different place, and not chalila give in to that world of the emotions when it's going to undermine what the halacha, what the Torah wants from a person. Have a wonderful day.